Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guests in studio today from the Clinton Spark Committee. Folks may know it as the Clinton America 250th Committee, Bobbi Perryman and Kenny Atchison. Guys, thanks so much for making time for us. Are we rested and recovered from the big 4th weekend?
I think so, more or less.
Kenny, you all right, by the way? You good? Yeah, you good? All right. Cool. Good to hear. Good to hear. I want to start out and say kudos to you two. Kudos to everybody on your committee that put on this event. My family was down there multiple times throughout the weekend. You guys did a great job. I mean, what you did for the community was, I mean, it was honestly maybe second to none of celebrations in Central Illinois. So, I mean, great job. Great job, guys. For real.
Thank you. And of course, we couldn't do any of this without all of our amazing sponsors and all of the volunteers, the ones on the committees, the ones who showed up to help with the 5K. Even Sunday night when I was hauling out garbage, I had a couple of my daughter's friends' parents came and helped me with all the garbage. So it was really the community coming together.
It really was. It really was. You guys did a great job. Kenny, I know you worked your tail off getting, raising money for this. So, yeah, man, well done. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, very good. Well, I want to get your thoughts on the weekend, guys. I mean, it was 3 days of just jam-packed fun for, families, for the adults with music entertainment. There was a lot going on. What'd you guys think?
Well,
every single day was great. I enjoyed seeing a lot of people who I had not seen in years.
Mhm.
I ran into numerous people who I had not seen in years. So it really did bring our community together. All the feedback we got from people was outstanding, and look forward to doing it some more.
Yeah,
that was my feeling. It was just so wonderful that we put in all of this work and the people came. Because I've done events before where you put in a lot and like 2 people show up and you're happy for those 2 people, but still kind of hurts. But the community really responded. And as Kenny said, everybody was happy. They were all having a great time. And it's so unusual anymore to not have a bunch of negative feedback. But no, it's all been positive. And we're just so happy that everyone enjoyed it. They had a great time and the community came together.
Mm-hmm. I know, Kenny, I know you've mentioned in the past in our visits, all the people that stepped up. I know you want to highlight a few of those as well here this morning.
I would love the opportunity. We had some incredible sponsors. We had like 150, so I can't thank them all day, but the main ones were Snappers Bar and Grill, Lance Schmidt at Clinton Auto Auction, Beta Smith, Walker Tire, Trimble Plumbing and Septic, Baum Chevrolet, DeWitt Savings Bank, Roger Cerulic, Save-A-Lot, First National Bank, Clinton Pantry, Cash Decor Rentals, AAK Mechanical, Douglas Dodge, Gathering Grace, AA Custom Designs, Circle H Boot and Western Store, Mike Spencer, Harold and Robin Huffman Garage, Martin Auctions, Sessions Electric, TCAS Concrete. And we couldn't have done it without a lot of help from a lot of people behind the scenes. Steve Lobb, Kenny Buchanan, Danny Ballinger, Tony Harris, Helen Michelossi, and other city council members. Thank you to everybody who got their yards flagged, the city workers who helped hang all the decor. Dance Extreme was a place for baking contests. We had parking at Save-A-Lot, Mangold Ford, Clinton Family Dental, First Baptist Church. Schools, especially the principals and art teachers. We had Josh Thielen in the American Legion, Connie Miller at DeWitt Savings Bank, Emily Walker at John Warner Hospital, The Vault for Space for the Art Contest, Stacy Sherrow at Gathering Grace, a gigantic, huge thank you. AA Custom Designs for our shirts, K&K Signs for the signs, Route 51 Creations for some of the awards, all the people who let us set up jars at their place, Todd Irwin for the pedal tractors, Chad Evans and Snappers for use of their power, Bob Kreitler, Doug England, Tony Harris, Mackenzie Ruger, Alex Marks, Terry Lemmel, Daniel Norton, Adam and Bobby Wilson, Linda Coleman, Jessica Allhands, Helen Michelossi, Edith Brady Lenny, Marlon Underwood, Bobbi Perryman, Keegan at TKS for helping us hold up that giant flag that day. That was incredible. Anthony Thomas for watching my puppies while I get stuff done. And Seth and the big 1520 at WHOW. We couldn't have gotten all the interest in it without you guys. Heart Media Group. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but please forgive me if I didn't say your name.
Cool. Well, I appreciate the shout.
And I do have to toss out the library, the Vespasian Warner Public Library, because is my time, as well as all of our printing and things for flyers and stuff was
Mhm.
provided by the library.
There you go.
Great.
Yeah, everybody came together. And Bobby, you said it best just a little bit ago. You know, it really was the community coming together for this.
Absolutely.
And you know, like I said, or like you said, I guess, you know, for everybody to come out and just be a part of this, you know, that really shows that your time and investment was worth it. So, I want to ask each of you, what was your favorite part about the weekend? For you, Kenny, probably a little tough to decide on.
The things I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of the things, but the community, seeing everybody so happy and gathering, all
Yeah.
the feedback, for sure.
Yeah, Bobby, how about you?
So to get a little bit more specific, we had so many kids show up for the pedal tractor race. We only had 3 pedal tractors. We had to do like 6 or 7 elimination races before we could get to the finals. And the little girl who won, a little girl named Katie, was just blown away that she won.
Mhm.
And I took her into Gathering Grace, where we were storing things to show her the pedal tractor she won. And she and her grandma were just so blown away, and they were so sweet. And the grandma kept saying, "Wait till your grandpa sees this; he's going to be so excited." And it was that's just a fun memory I'm going to hold on to. That and the sword swallower was so cool.
Yeah, very good,
Yeah.
very good. So,
All the little kids getting awards. That was great.
Yes.
yeah. Tell me about like I didn't get to catch a lot of the competitions you guys did. How did everything go on that front?
Super great.
It did go well. All of the baby race especially was really fabulous. It was adorable. You had the babies that were veering off course, the ones just sitting and not understanding what was going on. But one of our committee members, Linda Coleman, recorded as much as she could, and we've been sharing that on Facebook. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, you can. But we had a cornhole tournament, sack race, the donut eating contest. We had originally planned for 20. We ended up with 35, I think.
Like participants?
Participants.
Oh, wow.
That was really popular. We had the art contest, and
This was great.
that was great.
Yeah.
Those are all on display in the vault. So there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
But it was really fun.
I saw I didn't get to watch it, but I saw the submissions for the bike decorating contest.
Yes.
Those were really cool, I thought, at least.
Yeah,
So,
those were fabulous. And they
Car
were,
show was amazing.
yeah, when they had the car show,
Yeah,
they
the
had
car
some
show.
such pretty cars.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Tell me about the flag. That flag was so cool to be held up by the 2 fire trucks. Tell me
Yes.
about that a little bit.
We were supposed to have 2 fire trucks, and one of them, something happened a couple days before, so TKS Concrete stepped up and came and held up one side of it. It's a 20 foot by 30 foot flag,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Where'd you get that?
I got a good deal online.
There you go.
Like half price of what it normally costs.
Uh-huh.
But you'll see it throughout town some more. We'll have plans with it. The school's going to borrow it a couple times.
Cool. Yeah.
And anyone in town who has some special function like that who would like to borrow it, it belongs to everybody in our town.
Yeah, that was a really cool, like, just visual to walk onto the square with. I thought,
Absolutely.
and particularly off of the parade on
At the end of
Saturday
the
morning.
parade,
Yeah, like right at the end of the parade, you just walk on the square with that. That was so cool.
It was
So
awesome.
yeah, you guys, man, I tell you, you guys did a great job.
I'm
You did.
glad the weather worked out for the flag. That was going to be the main focal point.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, like we talked about before we got on, you know, there were things that happen. You know, you said it, Kenny. You know, an event this big, you know, there's bound to be things that don't go your way. But I felt like largely a lot of it was probably out of your control: the wind, the rain, the weather, you know, those sorts of things. So
And the people who come to the event don't see the behind the scenes. So as far as I know, nothing happened.
yeah, right.
So
Everything
we're good.
went off.
Everything was great.
Yeah, sure. I look at the clock, guys. Any final thoughts on 250th? I mean, anything we didn't touch on you want to put out there?
I wish we knew. Oh yeah, thank
Go
you.
ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I wish we knew how many people came. So next time we do
Yeah.
a big event, we're gonna count how many
For
people
sure.
come.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
got to
a
get
couple
the
votes, yeah.
you got to get. So Chief will be in next. You on your way out. Ask him about.
I
how,
already did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Thank you to the volunteers. We
Yeah.
couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even people who stepped up that day who didn't know they were going to volunteer until that day. Thank you so
Right.
Yep, for sure. Well, again, kudos to you guys, everybody on the committee, your volunteers. You guys really did a great job. You know, just everybody was very happy with how it went. You put on a great event for the community, and I'm glad it went well for y'all. So awesome. Bobby, by the way, let's tease this going to break. Obviously, I mentioned at the top, the America 250th committee is now the Spark committee. Tell me about this a little bit.
So because the 250th went so well and the committee worked so well together, we've decided to continue as a committee. And we've rebranded as Clinton Spark because we want to ignite communities through special events. In years past, a group called Celebrate Clinton ran a lot of events, but they unfortunately had to dissolve. So we kind of want to take their place and just come up with more things for the community to do together that are free.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's take a break and we'll talk more about that and maybe some of the plans of can I call it the Spark Committee, or is it just
Clinton Spark?
Clinton Spark. We'll talk more about Clinton Spark with Bobbi Perryman and Kenny Atchison on the other side of a break here on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW. Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, in studio with us today from Clinton Spark, Bobbi Perryman and Kenny Atchison. This, of course, the former America 250th Committee, who put on a terrific 4th of July celebration for the community. And Bobbi, you mentioned it's off to the next for Clinton Spark. What's next?
Well, things are starting to get spooky with Clinton Spark. Our next event that we're planning, right now we're looking at Saturday, October 17th for what we're calling Monster Mash. So this will be a Halloween event for the community. We have our date set. We have a few other things in the works, but we're still in the planning stages. The committee is basically more or less taking a break, except of course Kenny, who I don't think knows what a break is. The rest of the committee is taking a break in July, but we'll meet in August to finalize things. But Kenny can give you more of like a sneak peek of what we're thinking about.
Well, first of all, what are you working on, Kenny? I mean, what's there to work on right now?
Probably figure out some sort of music for the day. We'll have Bobby Wilson's handling the vendors for that day. We'll have some vendors going on. I'll probably also have a movie we'll pick and do a movie on the square for the kids.
Okay.
And in a week or so, we can put it out on our Facebook page. If you pay attention, we'll put choices of the movies out there and we'll let the public pick which one we can do.
Let's highlight the Facebook page. Bobbi, if you don't mind, how do folks follow Clinton Spark on Facebook?
Well, right now we're still under our old name of Clinton Celebrates America's 250th birthday. So that is the page to follow. And but if you look at the emblem, it does say Clinton Spark, and it's a picture of the clock that's up on the square. We put in the request to Facebook for the name change. It hasn't gone through yet. So still working on that.
So still look for America 250th
Yes.
in Clinton, and then that'll change over to Spark, obviously,
Yes.
once that happens. So look out for the Facebook page. Kenny, you were saying maybe try to poll the community on what movie they want to watch. Is that okay to say?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a giant inflatable screen up there, and we'll have to wait till dark to get the best picture, and then
Right.
have a movie.
We got to
for
turn the
kids.
lights down a little bit.
Yeah,
You think
we
you
can
think-
shut we got access to that. We could shut the lights off.
Yeah, I don't think they want like the lights on the square off per se, like or on the streets
Right.
off, but maybe the square lights we could turn
Yeah.
off. So cool. That's fun. Nice. Good
we
for
have
you
a
guys.
tarot card reader booked already as well.
Yeah.
And-
So is this going to be like an all day thing, kind of like the 250th was?
That's the plan right now. It'll
Yeah.
just be spread out throughout the day.
Any ideas for like what will be available for like what you want to see available for kids, families, that sort of thing?
Open to ideas as well.
Yeah.
And if you want to get on the committee, we're looking for more volunteers all the time.
Okay. So let's dive into that very quickly. Tell us about when you meet, where you meet, how often you meet, what do you how long are meetings, those sorts of things.
So meetings are an hour from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening to accommodate working people. And they've been at Clinton City Hall, which does not have a working elevator, so just FYI. We don't have our next date set for August, but we will have that soon. It's been on Mondays, and it was for Clinton 250. It was just one Monday a month, but since we're closer to October than you think, we'll probably have to meet more often than that.
Kenny, I know you mentioned before we came on this morning just the volunteers for the 250th, but then people wanting to just continue this on and continue to volunteer. Sounds like maybe being a part of the planning for Halloween is a good opportunity to step in and be a part of this.
Definitely.
Yeah. So tell me about like from a volunteer standpoint, anything specific you need or anything you're looking for out of volunteers for special events like Halloween, like the 250th? Like what do you ask of folks that want to step up and be a part of things like this?
It could be as easy as just sitting at a table and sitting there for an hour or two, helping out, handing something out to families that day.
Okay.
So we'll have all sorts of little stations set up where kids can come do activities, paint a pumpkin or decorate pumpkins, stuff like that.
Sure. So good opportunity to be a part of the Clinton Spark in this effort. Anything on Halloween, guys? We didn't mention you want to put out there.
Not specifically, because again, we're still in the planning stages. We are looking at some different options like bounce houses again, like possibly a Halloween parade, which I think would be a lot of fun. But I do want to emphasize that our goal with this is for it to be free. Just like the things for the 250th were free, we want it accessible to everybody in the community.
Right. Very good. What do we envision after things like Halloween and 4th of July? What else would Clinton Spark take up, Bobbi?
We haven't thought that far ahead yet. The chamber does some really great things at Christmas, and they're the Festival of Trees. So I don't know that we'll do anything for Christmas, but we will figure out beyond Halloween and 4th of July, which I can see us doing every year. We'll see what other good opportunities there are.
A lot of things to celebrate through the course
Absolutely.
of the year, for sure. And you were saying in 9 years, it's Clinton's
Bicentennial. The city of Clinton was founded in 1835. And we had a big event in 1935 for the centennial. So in 9 years, which that seems like a long way, but the older I get, the less time that even seems. But 9 years will be Clinton's bicentennial. So we will definitely go big for that. So we went really big for America's 250 with a 3-day event. We're not going to be doing that every 4th of July, but I can see us going big again for the Clinton bicentennial.
Did I miss anything about Clinton Spark, Halloween, you guys want to put out there this morning?
No, I think that pretty much covers it, but we will have more updates soon.
Bobbi, you touched on something earlier I want to revisit. You talked about the Celebrate Clinton Association, and they had to disband, several years ago. And I think for a lot of people in the community, it's refreshing to see young folks like you guys and others, on your committee step up and try to do something for the town. Do you mind speaking to that a little bit?
I mean, first off, I think it's sweet that you called us young. No,
I'm not far behind you, so that was a compliment to myself, I guess, in a way.
No, in seriousness, I think a lot of us realize that we have great people in this community. We really do have a great community. We just need something to bring us together. And I think Clinton 250 showed what a wonderful space this can be when we all come together. And it went so well. And I know when I was a teen, I would have loved having events like this.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that you mentioned, like Tony and Helen, stepping up to support everything and just the city leadership in general. I think they were just so thrilled that there was something on the square for people to come out for, the concerts at night, the programs during the day, the activities during the day, just to utilize the square again. I think you guys are really, maybe be the catalyst post-COVID to just utilize that space downtown.
We have a great square. It should be utilized a lot more.
Yeah,
There
for
should be something going on there every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Bobby?
And yeah, going back, because I've done a lot of historical research for that. Oh, that's the other thing. Sorry. Side note, got sidetracked. I'm going to be doing another Murder and Mayhem tour as part of the Halloween event.
Oh, that'll be perfect.
So if you haven't
Yeah.
been able to come to them at the library, we'll be having another. So rewind. Going back in the old newspapers and seeing all the fun things that they used to do on the square, it is so great to have that coming back.
Absolutely. You mentioned watch the Facebook page for upcoming meetings. What
Yes.
else will you be doing on Facebook for Clinton Spark?
So we'll be right now. We've been posting pictures of award winners as they come in and pick up their awards from the library. But we'll be doing kind of like what we did with America 250, some preview. So some sneak peeks of what we have coming up. I have our initial flyers made, and then probably also some throwbacks to Clinton's Halloween past,
Okay.
kind of like what we did with the 4th of July past, which was a lot of fun.
Cool. Looking forward to what you guys have planned next. I know you put in a lot of work in, I guess very quickly to wrap up, what did you each take away from the 250th, putting all that together that you feel like you can take going forward? Again, very quickly, I've only got a minute. Kenny, anything from you?
Your community is what you make of it. It's great putting yourself out there and doing stuff like this. It's very rewarding what you get back. And I highly suggest get out there to everybody, get on a committee, get on some sort of a thing. There's all sorts of things in our town you could get a part of.
Bobby, you?
And I think he put it perfectly. We have the community that we make. So if you want a great community, you have to go out there and make it.
Well said, guys. Well said. That's Clinton Spark, Bobby Perryman, Kenny Atchison with us in studio. And again, guys, great job on the 250th and looking forward to what is next. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network news comes your way next on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.